So Eric Adams in New York finally does what's right for the city of New York and drops out of the mayoral race.
And I will keep fighting for the city, no matter what, from City Hall or beyond.
Drops out, leaving behind Marxist jihadist sympathizer Zoran Mamdani and, of course, Andrew Cuomo, the guy who lied about killing grandparents in the pandemic. Big trouble. New York, let me tell you about this here, because a while ago, everyone was enjoying the weekend, right? Terrorist sympathizers gathering in an American city to plot their eventual takeover and their love for terrorist attacks that kill hundreds of people. They even featured a full-grown member of Congress. That's right, Khanna was in the house, so to speak, and literally. Oh, and in case you were wondering, this America-hating woman is still in Congress, too.
You'll have people who say you shouldn't have a Muslim in Congress. I have First Amendment protection to practice whatever religion I want. There is a lot of hate in this country for Muslims. There's a lot of hate in this country for black people, especially black women. And there is a lot of hate, severe hate for immigrants. And so I fit them all.
CARE was founded after 9/11. Because they recognize that some people did something.
Our country should be more fearful of white men across our country, because they are actually causing most of the deaths within this country.
Okay, yep, we are in trouble, folks, and we need to take things seriously. Seriously, this is not Pakistan. This is Niagara Falls right here. Niagara Falls, just outside of New York. They're calling for what? Listen. Genocide, jihad. They're looking for a holy war. This is not Somalia. This is in the middle of America. Minneapolis right here. And by the way, while we're at it, let's check out Dearborn, Michigan, where a majority of the population is Muslim and supports Sharia law over U.S. constitutional law. What I'm talking about is about to show you took place in Dearborn this past weekend. An openly pro-terror conference filled with explicitly pro-terrorism speakers, which happened to have been attended by several Democrat members of the U.S. Congress. Well, here's just a little nibble.
Raise your hand if you're a pro-terror radical.
Do you condemn October 7th?
Yeah.
I condemn Israel and the United States and all oppressions and imperial wars.
That's what I'm talking about.
Very good.
That was an easy answer.
And I never ever condemn Palestinian resistance and anyone resistance around the world. Those who are here and who are around the world, write it up.
Yeah, right over there. That was Khanna, a sitting member of Congress, sharing a stage with people who condone terrorism. Nothing to see here, folks. Just like this right here, the police chief of Dearborn, Michigan, speaking in Arabic.
When I joined the department, Dearborn's Arab American population was nearly 50%. Yet less than 3% of our police. It's now a department that reflects and embraces the community it serves, with 45% of our officers being Arab American. Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. I'm proud to serve as your chief of police.
It's not long before cities are pushing for Sharia law. Watch. And their twisted values right here in America. Take a look at this story. National Health Services in the UK, the NHS as they're called, well, they're apparently touting the benefits of marrying your cousin. That's prevalent among the massive Pakistani population the UK has insisted on importing because they feel guilty about being an imperialist country centuries ago. And how well has that worked out for them, you may ask? Well, not very well at all, actually. You see, turns out that when you import thousands of people with entirely different values who have no interest whatsoever in assimilating to your society, it doesn't work out too well for your country and your current citizens. And since 55% of Pakistani Muslims marry their first cousins, I said that right, the UK has decided to placate this barbaric practice, one that was outlawed centuries ago in Western civilization, and make it seem like it's good for economy and culture. Incest is good, they say, in order to make these people feel nice and comfy in their new country. And you may ask yourself, but Eric, why should I care about what's happening in the UK? Well, because the leftists and progressives right here are always just a step behind the madness happening and the other side of the Atlantic. And there are too many of them in power and vying for power in our cities and state governments and in Congress, by the way, like this. Why does a Democrat candidate for city council in New York need to film her campaign video in New York again in Arabic?
السلام عليكم أنا اسمي كيلا وأنا مرشحة لمجلس مدينة نيويورك في بيريدج، كوني آيلاند، سيجيت وجزء من باث بيتش ودايكر هايتس. خدمت المجتمع العربي والإسلامي لأكثر من 10 سنوات.
Is this not America anymore? Is English not the official language? Oh, yes, it is. Am I missing something here? Minnesota mayoral candidate Omar Fatah uses this next zero English in his campaign. Listen to him. Not a word of English.
resume الحمد لله waxaan ka guuleysanay getting things done like tuition free college waxaan bilaash dhignay waxbarashada sare getting Uber and Lyft drivers.
I mean, why even speak English in America, right? And the frontrunner in the New York City mayoral race not only wants to spend $100 million more on legal fees for illegals, but also condones a terrorist organization.
Some New Yorkers say that they don't hear you as often condemn Hamas or talk about bringing the hostages home. So today, do you agree with Mr. Netanyahu's statement that Hamas is a terror organization that needs to be destroyed? And if you could speak the way he did on loudspeakers today to the 20 living hostages, what would your message be?
You know, I am not going to echo the words of Benjamin Netanyahu. I can, however, share my own words and say them right here, which is that my politics is built on a universality, and I can think of no better illustration of that than from the words of the hostage families themselves. Everyone for everyone.
Using the words of hostage families against them, how Hamasi of you. That's the front runner in the New York City mayoral race, everybody, by a lot, too. We need to stop believing that this isn't a problem for America, because it absolutely is. Don't let anyone tell you that these people can align themselves with our values. They don't. They cannot. They don't want to. They do not, and they will not. Yet another warning. Pretty soon, warnings will no longer be enough. They're here. They're gaining power. They're grasping for more. But it's time to put a stop to it right now. What do you want to do, guys? Who cares about Chuck Schumer? We don't care about Chuck Schumer. We'll be right back.